The endless beaches of France and the majestic mountains of Austria. In any normal summer, German tourists love to head for these and many other European beauty spots. But because of the coronavirus, the route to Germany's neighbors has been blocked at the borders. For many, the pandemic has given travel a new importance.
Of course, it's about our health all around the world, but they can't take away our freedom to travel, not because of corona or an economic crisis. I'd like to go to Spain. I don't yet know if that's possible. It depends if the Spanish open their border. At the moment, there's no sign. Maybe we'll know in 4 weeks.
But there is a sign from the German government how it plans to reopen its frontiers. The border with Belgium and the Netherlands was never closed. From today, police will not patrol the Luxembourg border either. To the north, Denmark has said it is willing in principle to allow the traffic to flow, but needs more time to work out the details. Germany's borders with France, Austria, and Switzerland have been seeing a loosening of restrictions. That means that here at the Austrian-German border, anyone with family or property on the other side may now cross over. And if there's no major new spread of the virus, the checks will be completely lifted in mid-June. The borders with Poland and the Czech Republic have not been closed by Germany, but rather by the governments in Warsaw and Prague. Berlin is hoping to persuade them to open their frontiers, but the uncertainty has made some Germans rethink their plans.
I think I'll just work a lot this summer and then go away in the autumn, I hope. I won't take a holiday this year. It makes no sense.
There's still a long way to go until Europe's vacation hotspots are crowded. But now Germans at least have a timetable for when they will enjoy the freedom of movement once again.
Correspondent Bastian Hartig is on the German-Austrian border in the town of Kiefersfelden, from where he joins me now. Bastian, it's good to see you again, and it's clearly a big day where you are. The border between Germany and Austria reopened just a few hours ago. Give us a sense of what the situation is.
Yeah, as you can see, Michael, it's fairly quiet. There's one car at the checkpoint right now. But if you look over here, this lane, I've been told, is up until yesterday, this was packed with cars at any given moment because police pulled over every car that wanted to cross the border. Now they're only checking at random. If you do get pulled over, like that car behind me, they'll ask you why you want to enter the country. Then you have to make their case to the officers. And if they think your reason is good enough, they'll let you through. If they don't, they'll turn you back and they'll escort you back across the border to Austria, Michael.
So it's random checking along that border. What are some of the restrictions that will remain in place for certain?
Okay, so those restrictions have been eased just a little bit since yesterday. So before that, basically only people who were commuting for work, for example, or German citizens returning home, they got to cross the border. Now that definition has been expanded. That now includes people who want to visit family members on the other side of the border, for example, or people who have real estate on the other side that they need to attend to. They now get to cross as well. What's still not possible is crossing for touristic purposes or for shopping trips, for example, Michael.
I see. So it's still early, and you likely haven't had a chance to talk to many travelers, but what's the collective significance for people who have an intention of crossing from one side to the other?
Well, look, okay, so first of all, there's these people who live close to the border. They routinely cross. Before the corona crisis, they would cross the border just as a normal routine in their daily lives. Now, at the moment, they can't do that or only very restricted. But on a bigger scale, holiday season's coming up. So people want to know if they can go on a summer holiday. Austria is one of the favorite destinations for German citizens. They want to go to the mountains. They want to enjoy their summer holiday there. At the moment, they don't know if they can do that. Now, the border controls, or the borders should be opened by June 15th, but that depends highly on the number of infections. So the German Interior Minister said if those infections surge on either side of the border, then the plan that they have of opening the borders by June 15th can't go ahead. And even the easing of the restrictions that's taking place yesterday or last night will be walked back, Michael.
Our correspondent, Bastian Hartig, with the latest from the German-Austrian border. Much appreciated, Bastian. Now, on the other side of that border, Austria is also moving forward with the easing of coronavirus restrictions. On Friday, the country took an important symbolic step by reopening its restaurants and traditional Viennese cafes. But strict safety guidelines will have to be observed. It's the new normal in the age of COVID-19.
A toast to a new beginning. After more than 7 weeks, restaurants and cafes in Austria have been allowed to reopen, but only if they follow strict guidelines. Staff must cover their nose and mouth, and tables have to be at least 1 metre apart, with no more than 4 adults sitting together. For many, it's a welcome step. It's not quite the same normal state as before, but I think it's good for everyone to get together again. I hope the laws are going to be a little more relaxed so that more people can come together. Zoos have also opened again as the government moves to lift restrictions across the country after bringing the number of new infections under control and keeping deaths relatively low. Art exhibitions and museums are also unlocking their doors. I missed it very much. It helped that you could visit the museums online, but of course that's not the same as in real life. Larger cultural events, such as concerts, are being allowed to restart gradually between now and August, as long as organisers devise safety measures that meet the government's approval. For now, though, it's a return to a semblance of normality. But Austria's approach is being closely watched by other countries, also looking for ways of opening up the economy while preventing a second deadly wave of the virus.